Legendary status. Vic XL, Sam P's aka TF. When y'all gonna learn, man? You can't stop what's inevitable. It's the incredible. PZ AKTF dropping jewels, but they edible. I ate my vegetables, but he ate my spinach. Riding with Vic again, so no, we ain't finished. Legendary status, so no, you cannot copy. Riding dirty radio, so crispy, also sloppy. Instant to the street, so we know just what is needed. But keep it underground, staying down, cause we ain't greedy. This is where you find what is popping for the culture, where we keeping it all fresh and stay away from all the vultures. No scavengers here, just keeping it real. Vic got it out the mud, but it's still so clear. So sit back, relax, and just let us lead you. If you trolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Vic XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, dog, and y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, dog, and y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the Riding Dirty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, man. Welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully everyone got an opportunity to spend time with their loved ones, man. That's what it's all about. Spending that good quality time with your loved ones, man. The people who definitely are your reasons why. That's what it's all about. Alright, so man, hopefully everybody made it through the weekend and you're back here live with us safely with an opportunity to talk to some dope artists and hear some good music. Alright, this is the Riding Dirty Show, and I gotta say one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM Atlanta, our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years, definitely holding down the Thursday night, Friday morning slot. Alright, from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. One time for everybody who's ever had an opportunity to check out the show. Man, definitely best up to you guys. Also, one time for everybody who's checked us out on live365.com. We had an opportunity to launch our very own internet radio station on live365.com last year. Alright, now, the way to access our station is very, very easy. All you gotta do is go to live365.com. Once you go to live365.com, what you're gonna do in the search engine, you're gonna type in RIDE95. That's RIDE, the number 9, the number 5. Again, that's RIDE, the number 9, and the number 5. Alright? Now, once you type that into the search engine, you will be directed to our page. Now, the way you know you're on our page, on our station, is you'll see our logo, RIDE95. Alright, now once you click on the logo, you're going to hear music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. What up, IB? What up, Doris Ann? Alright, now, if you want to check us out via your mobile device, it's also just as easy. All you got to do is download the Live 365 app. Once you download the Live 365 app, you're going to type in RIDE95 in the search engine, click on the station logo, and there you have it. Music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. What up, fat baby? Alright, now, again, one time for live365.com, one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3fm.com. Also, man, I gotta say one time for everybody who check us out live Monday through Friday at 6:30 on Facebook Live for the Duel, our daily song battle. Definitely one time for everybody that's participated and that's watched the show over the past 2.5 years. If you're an artist and you want to participate in the Duel, make sure you give me your music at bigvicxl@gmail.com and I'll get you on. Alright. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what this show is all about. This is Riding Dirty Radio, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. This is a show where we take the people in the community and we talk to them, find out what they got going on, whether it's through arts, entertainment, music, business, entrepreneurship. Just this is the place for the people that are changing the world. And today is no different than any other day. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Riding Dirty platform. Artist Raul Serrano. Serrano! What's going on, sir?
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
Man, I'm sorry for butchering your name. It's Raul. So say it for me.
Yeah, it's Raul in Spanish, but Raul is in English. So you're good. You're good. It's Raul.
Look, my wife is from Mexico, but I still, 8 years later, I have not figured out how to roll that tongue with those R's.
Oh, really?
It's
easy. It's easy.
Yeah, that's what she says, but I can't do it. I can't do it at all. All right, so, Raul, first and foremost,
yes, sir.
First thing I want to do is say welcome to the show. I definitely appreciate you taking out time in your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us and just give us a few moments of your time. I'm very, very humbled for you to come on the platform.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate you letting me speak on your platform.
All right, so, man, let's get into it. The first thing I want you to do is let the people know where Raul is from and when did you decide to get into this thing we call music?
Well, my name is Raul, and I was born and raised in California, and I dreamed of becoming a musician from early on. Growing up, I was a dynamic kid and had a lot of curiosity for music and everything. And I grew up in a Mexican household, and I was inspired. Selena was the first music artist that I knew of growing up. And thanks to her, my fascinations for music grew, and they grew into a dream. And, a lot of kids growing up, I'm a 90s kid, so being Mexican, we didn't really have, and we still don't really have no one to look up to as an artist that's, crossed over here in the main industry in the United States. So Selena is still to us. That's why she's very special, not just to the Mexican community, but also to everyone. But she's been really the only artist that we have to look at that looks like us, So from taking from that gave me the inspiration to get into music. And I was always a curious child as a kid, and I was always that one kid in front of the singing in front of the stove in front of my family, and things like that. But I started writing music just before the COVID and before the pandemic. And all my thoughts and stuff for writing music, it all started in a notebook, and I wanted to pin down my inspirations and aspirations, and coat them in amazing words. And my goal is to share a unique vision with the world, and have a hand in the music world to bring some kind of positive energy to everyone.
All right, now I gotta ask. You say you started writing during the pandemic. What about the pandemic made you say? Because you say it was always a lifelong dream of yours. But what about the pandemic made you decide to finally pursue it?
Actually, I started writing before the pandemic. My first song, "This Planet Earth," I actually started the verse as a club song, as a dance song. And then, the era we just went through as a country, and as a society around the world. We won't say the name, but how we just got out of that era of hate, and that inspired me to change the words on my track. And I went from writing a club song to a song of union, to bring people together.
Okay, all right. Now, I know because with the pandemic gave a lot of people a lot of time to slow life down, and a lot of people have started to really chase their dreams, in the midst of the pandemic. Now, you mentioned Selena. What was the loss, even though you're young, what was the loss of Selena like for you?
I was old enough to remember when her loss. To me, it was sad because I think I was a child. I was very little, but I understood what was going on, and it was a big impact in our community. But I would like to share with you that I grew up in the projects when I was a kid, and there was a lot of culture blend in where I grew up in terms of music and other cultures around us. And it wasn't just Mexican folks playing Selena. And I'm talking about prior to her death. There were, black folks knew who she was back then too, and everybody. And just like in my house, we used to slap Selena and Spanish music really, really loud. And my neighbors would play like Mary J. Blige and the like 411 and all that. Like I'm talking about like in the 90s, and so that's how I grew up, and that's how I got to learn, a lot of cultures. I'm from Stockton, and Stockton is a very diverse city in California.
Okay. Now, other than Selena, who are some of your other influences?
Right now, Aaliyah. Aaliyah's my favorite all-time artist.
Okay. All right. No doubt. That's man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I can hear a lot of Selena and Aaliyah and Selena. I know the influence.
Yeah.
Definitely there. A fan of one has to be a fan of the other if they've had an opportunity to be introduced to the music.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
All right, now.
Aaliyah was special. She just
No, go ahead. Go ahead about Aaliyah.
I'm sorry. Oh, Aaliyah was special. To me, she was the complete package. She was everything. She had the vocals, the look, the personality. She was ahead of her. Like, if you look back, I like looking back at her work. And she was just beyond her time, and as far as videos and her style and everything, her beats, her lyrics. If you look at her music videos from 20 years ago, they don't look nothing. None of her work looks dated today. It would look current,
Definitely, it definitely does. All right, now, I gotta ask: being in California, are you bilingual or you just speak English?
I'm bilingual. I'm fluent in Spanish and English.
Okay. All right. Now, when we hear your music, when we hear other languages, or is all your music going to be delivered in English?
Planet Earth, it's mostly English, but there are 3 bars that I added to. I sang in Spanish just because I wanted to share a part of my heritage, and I wanted to include everyone in it. So, Spanish is one of the biggest speaking languages around the world, next after English. So I did want to include at least 3 bars of that just to send the message out to everyone.
All right, no doubt. All right, now, during the pandemic, once you began your journey in writing, like, how long apart was from writing your lyrics was it for you to get in the studio and record your lyrics?
I actually wrote the lyrics in one night. I just remember sitting on my countertop in my kitchen, and the words just started coming out, and it just one bar after another, and then I had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and I had the song complete within an hour, I believe.
Okay. Now, what did it feel like recording?
Yeah.
What did it feel like recording? Because that had
recording,
to be a different experience for you.
Recording, I'm gonna be honest. I remember when I first recorded the hook, I got the hook in like 1 or 2 takes, like right away. And I was like, you know what, that's it. Let's just keep this take. It's good. And as far as the bars, it took a little while, but I wanted it to be perfect. I want my craft and my art to sound right. And I don't have a team like main artists do. I wrote my own song. I found the producer to make the beat I was looking for. I created my own melody to the song, and I came up with the content. I style myself. So I am the creative director behind all my work. I did my own cover art, and I hired a professional photographer but I worked with the photographer, and I told him, what kind of art I was looking for as far as for my cover art and stuff. So everything I do is all part of my world, is what I'm trying to say when it comes to my art. It's very original.
All right. Now, what is it like at this point, so early in your career, like doing most of this stuff on your own? Like, how do you find time to do all this stuff?
I'm always, just tapping into my music when I have time, or whenever I feel inspired or I hear something, I just right away I'll get to my phone and start writing. To give you an example, I was at Starbucks one time and I heard this lady walk in, and she was like, "Oh, don't panic. She was on the phone with somebody. She was like, "No, don't panic. My car doesn't turn on. I'm gonna get it to work right now." And I heard those words, and then I seen her take off her coat, and right away I just got inspired. I was like, you know what? That sounds like a good breakdown for something. So I started writing down, "Don't panic. I'm gonna come in the club and to the VIP area," or something like that. So I ended up writing like a whole song just from hearing those kinds of words. So I get inspired from, little things like that. Or if I'm walking down the street and I see a particular word and I'm like, hey, that pops out really good, and then I'll just write it down in a memo, and then later on I'll try to include it into one of my songs or something.
All right, man. But that's dope, being able to take something you heard someone say and turn it into a song. Like that's really, really dope. What's the hardest part about penning your own music?
I'm sorry, about what?
What's the hardest part for you when it comes to penning your own music?
To making my own music?
To pen, writing, yes. What's the hardest part for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. The hardest part is not, because I'm very diverse when it comes to writing. And I did write a few, bars. It was kind of like a rap song and stuff. But my hardest part is not including cuss words, because I do want my music to be accessible. I mean, I want kids to be able to hear my music. And like I said, going back to Aaliyah and Selena, they didn't have one curse word in any of their catalog. And that's what I want for my music. Because I did record another song, and I think it's going to be my third single. And I did have a few cuss words in there, but I went back and took them out because I want to make sure that just like I had someone to look up to when I was a child, like Selena, I want to make sure there's kids that can look up to me as a role model, and I don't have to include explicit words to sell tracks. I mean, there's nothing wrong if that's your style, but just my preference. I would like my songs to be age appropriate for everybody.
All right, that's definitely a big, big plus. All right, now Planet Earth, you've already commercially released it to the streaming platforms. What's the response been like thus far?
I just released it on Friday. So right now I am marketing. I'm trying to do interviews and market the single and get it out there and let it pick up and see, let it do its thing and see what happens.
Okay. All right. Now, there had to be a very antsy feeling. What was like the anticipation and anxiety level like for you, knowing that you're about to release a project to the world and people are now going to openly judge you on your music?
It's an incredible feeling. It's always been a dream that I've had, to be able to just put a song out there and contribute to the world just by putting out a song and sending out a message that will hopefully bring the frequency of positivity around our planet. If it gets just to 3-5 people, I'm okay with that. It's just about spreading love to unite people, you know?
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about, because you mentioned doing interviews. Let's talk a little bit about the World Wide Web. How have you been able to utilize the World Wide Web and social media when it comes to marketing and get your music to the masses?
It's been very convenient for me because I get to promote my song and myself with not just people here in the United States, but around the world through hashtags and, you know, through social media. So I'm appreciative of that, and I'm thankful for the response and the direct messages I'm getting from people, and them telling me they like the song and the message I'm trying to put out.
All right, now what's your platform of choice? I love that. What's your platform of choice?
Right now, Instagram, and I'm trying to get the hang of TikTok, so I'm working on TikTok right now.
All right, so when people talk to you on Instagram, that's Raul talking back. That's not a bot.
No, it's me. Yeah, it's me. I try to respond to people when they send me direct messages. I try to be as courteous as I could, and, you know, respond to everyone as much as I can.
All right, now, when the ladies see you, because you're a very handsome dude, like, how do you keep the ladies
Thank
away?
you.
How do you keep the ladies away?
I don't mind the attention. You know, I'm not trying to sound conceited or anything, but I used to be a bank teller, and I used to dress up, you know, a lot in suits and stuff, and I used to get a lot of attention when I worked at the bank. So I'm very charming when it comes to speaking with ladies, and very, very respectful. I think it's a lost art being a gentleman in our society. So I love speaking with women. I love making them feel beautiful and just giving them telling them beautiful worlds, and just a smile goes a long way, you know. So, you know, that kind of exchange of energy is great.
Hey, man, ladies are the ones that will take you over the top when it comes to your music. Don't let nobody fool you. It's the ladies, man. The ladies are going to get you where you need to go.
Right.
All right, look, man, I gotta ask. So you mean to tell? I know for a fact a hair product company has to be done approach you about some type of branding or endorsement, because you got the hair flowing everywhere, like, man.
Thank you.
Not only do you have a future in music, but you definitely have a future when it comes to people wanting to attach their brands to you and being bilingual. Like, you have a very, very international look.
Thank you. I've been approached before through Instagram and stuff, but I've declined it because I want my art to be focused on music. But if the opportunities come to me, I will gladly take them to get some kind of promotion, you know.
Okay. All right. Now, is there?
But thank you for that.
No worries. Now, is there a full-length project in the works, or are you gonna just keep hitting them over the head with single after single after single?
I'm working on a full album right now. This is the first single I'm putting out, but I do plan to release a second single in a couple of months. And my second single I love a lot. It's a hard club banger. It's more dark. Planet Earth is more friendly. It's more joyful, you know. But my second single is definitely a little more dark and a little more, you know, with a club vibe, a little more urban. The beat's darker, and the words are more dark. It's about sex and having kind of like an euphoria high, or, you know, it's a dope song. I look forward to releasing that one too soon.
Okay.
Right after, like one after another.
All right, now, do you prefer to go by Raul, or do you incorporate the last name?
No, just Raul. Raul is great.
Okay. And can we expect a video or some type of visual soon?
Yes. I wanted the song to. I want to see what the song does, and I do want to release a music video. and I'm thinking of shooting it in San Francisco. And I wanted to include, you know, a lot of people, a lot of, you know, diversity in it, because, you know, the song is about planet Earth. So I wanted to, the art behind it, I wanted to include everyone and everybody in their cultures and their cultures, whatever they wear in their cultures and stuff. But I do want it to be, the video to be very colorful.
Okay.
Which I'm excited to do. I'm looking right now for a director to do that.
All right, well, that's definitely what's up. Well, look, I want you to definitely close out this interview by introducing the song to the world. But before you do, I have one last question, and that's, what do you want?
Yes, sir.
What do you want your future fans to take from hearing the music of Raul?
What I want my fans to take from it is that we're all a planet, that we're all one. There's no one is better than one another. We're all here to spread love to one another and to raise the frequency of positivity on our planet. And like I said, one of the bars in my song is, there are no borders. They're imaginary. Borders come and go, but we're always going to be one planet. And in order for us to advance as a planet, we need to become one. And I might be speaking ahead of my time, but I do believe it's going to happen in the future. That's the whole, yeah.
I definitely agree with you, and I've always felt like music will be the bridge that brought us together as a united force and a united nation.
Yes, definitely. Music brings a lot of energy, and it changes the mood to a lot of people. And that's the reason I did this song, because we're not just, you know, physical bodies. We're energy, and a lot of people, you know, bring down, if you disrespect someone in front of you or call them in a certain name, you're not only bringing the person in front of you down, but you're also bringing all of humanity down with you, because you're putting out that negative energy. So just, you know, by spreading love, we raise that energy back up as humanity, as one. So that's my goal, is to spread some kind of love through my song, through my music.
All right. Well, do me a favor. Let the people know how to find you when it comes to the World Wide Web and social media.
Yes, my website is raulmusic.com. My Instagram is Raul Official Page. My Instagram is also Raul Official Page, and you guys could find me through there.
All right.